My name is Karen Ostromsky, and this is your Vigorous Vinyasa Flow. 30 minutes. I have my mat, I have my block. I highly recommend you get a block. Why? Let the floor levitate to you in your yoga practice. Let your positions feel a sense of ease, no matter how much you can stretch. I'm hypermobile, I still use the block. So I really can't recommend that enough. Okay, it's summertime, it's time to have fun in your body, heart, and mind. So let's get started. Feet wide. Okay, so more than shoulder distance apart, slightly bending the toes out. Let's take a big inhale up here, reach the arms up. Let me stand back so you can see. Arms up high, open the armpits, relax the shoulders down. Take a few breaths, arms up on these breaths. Inhale and see what happens to your spine. Revving the heart rate just by raising the arms above the head and then pushing those arms out to the sides. Nice. Let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder, press the left arm away, and let's start opening up everything on the side of the neck and the head. If you'd like, you can make some circles in front of you. Big circles, opening up your neck. Reverse the circles. And let's switch sides. So dropping the ear to the shoulder, pressing the arm away. I'm even turning my wrist a little bit. This might be plenty for you for now. So just stay there. If you want more, start making those big circles. All the way around. And in the other direction. There's a lot of tension in your neck and your shoulders, always. So let's see what we can do always to let it go. Okay, hands at the collarbones, inhale up, exhale down, push the hands back, shoulders stay down, shoulder blades stay squeezed, heart comes forward. Take a few breaths. Warming up the bod. Relax those hands down. Back to the collarbones. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up and down. Hope you're having your summer of fun. That is my challenge to everybody, to get out and enjoy. Relax your arms down. Let's widen our stance. Let's come to this. Toes slightly pointed out, dipping one shoulder over, back to center and other shoulder. So summer of fun. There is so much tension in the world, but it doesn't have to start with you and end with you or park with you. The counterbalance to tension, releasing tension, right, is enjoyment, bliss, happiness. So find ways to move your body, shift your mind, open your heart to fun. My new tagline is this: I come in peace. That's what I'm saying to everybody. I come in peace, and I'm leaving in peace. Okay, let's come down to the tabletop. Tabletop position, the center of your mat. Fingers are spread out. We call this starfish fingers. And so we want to make sure we're gripping all the finger pads and the knuckles. The toes can be flat or tucked under, you decide. And we're just gonna pop up into a bear plank. Just pop right up, okay? So notice what's happening. The shoulders stay back. Let's come down. It's the core, right? So bear plank. So just by saying plank, you know it's gonna be hard, right? So bear plank, knees are in alignment with the hips, shoulders and the hands are in alignment with the elbows as well. And we're just tightening up at the core here. Let's just release that. Let's push back in a child's pose, stretch the spine. So nice long child's pose, narrow kneed child's pose here. Let's inhale to a kneeling plank. Kneeling plank now. Are you catching a theme here? Exhale to child's. Inhale to kneeling plank. Exhale to child's. Inhale to kneeling plank. Exhale to child's pose. Last time here. We're pushing up into the downward facing dog. So, notice your dog. Zip the hips up. Zip the shoulders down. Start walking your feet out a little bit here. Yes, you can stay on your knees, right? You do the yoga that feels good to you for today. Go with the body you brought with you today. I say that every time. So if you want to come with me, we're going to go from down dog to high plank, or we're going to go back to child's pose to kneeling plank. So push back to down dog, tightening up at the core, coming back to our high plank. Knees are pulled up, shoulders are back. Back to down dog. This is how you get to see down dog as a resting pose. When I first heard that over 25 years when I was learning yoga at Sun and Moon Yoga Studio in Alexandria, Virginia, Arlington, Virginia maybe, I was like, what? Down dog felt like a work pose to me. So holding your plank wherever you are, it all comes from the core. Think about that. Your heart is at the center of you. You are at the center of your life. Pushing back to down dog. Let's widen the stance in our down dog. Let's come to a straddle down dog. So now in straddle down dog, for sure, I want to see you get your heels to the floor, to the earth, to the mat. So maybe you're walking your hands further back, right? That's good. Maybe you're using a block underneath your hands. Let's just make sure that we're getting a straddle down dog by lifting the hips up higher, stitching the shoulder blades down lower, and gazing at that wide expanse between your feet. We're breathing here. Excuse me. We're breathing here. Let's walk the hands a little bit closer. Also, I'm bringing that block. And let's just bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We're in a straddle, forward, fold. So when we fold forward, we do two things. We lift up in the back. I want that tailbone going high to the sky. And we roll everything from the torso forward. Let the crown of the head connect with the earth this time. So we're trading places. So we're lifting up as we release forward, including your neck and your head. Shake yes, shake no. Breathe into it, bend through the knees. Open the toes, sink down into your garland pose, your Buddha squat, your yogi squat, however you want to call that. So back to where we wanted to be. Inner thigh stretch in a big way. Woo! If you want to lift up the heels, go ahead. Sink through the heels. Hands to the block, hands to the floor. Lift the hips up. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Release the block. Walk yourself back out to your downward facing dog. Let's take a vinyasa flow from here, from down dog to high plank or kneeling plank. Bending your elbows, hovering over the mat in chaturanga or kneeling chaturanga. Coming into your cobra or your up dog. Pushing back to downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot outside the right hand. Coming forward in your low lunge. Breathing here. Pushing that foot back. Stepping the left foot forward outside your left hand. Keeping that hip closed. Low lunge. We're breathing. pushing that foot back and back to your down dog. Inhaling, right leg up high to the sky, kicking the right heel into the left butt cheek, opening up the hip, gazing under the armpit, square that hip, bring that foot down, left leg up, fire hydrant dog, kick the heel open, breathe, bring that foot down, and let's bend the knees back to where we started in our bear plank. We're breathing, pushing back into dog. Step the feet behind the hands, elbows to knees, or elbows to hands to elbows. Reach the tail up. Let the crown go down. Shake yes, shake no. Let's take the hands to the shins, reaching the spine long, shoulders back. This is your monkey pose. And breathe. And let's bend through the knees and inhale up. Salute to the sun. Maybe a gentle back bend. Nice. And relax those arms down. Shake those legs out a little bit. Notice how you are. Notice what it feels like at the moment. Okay, let's take some easy moves. Sunflowers, moonflowers. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Feeling good. Feel good about who you are. Feel good about what your body can do for you for today. Compare it to no other day but now. A couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time up. And then we'll come down. Coming into our horse pose. Walking the feet to the sides of the mat. Inner thighs, tight glutes. Okay, so we can be high on our horse. We can be lower on our horse. Our crown is lifted to the sun and our tail is down. We want this nice straight line straight through the body. So put your hands where you'd like them to go. And let's play around with this. A little up, a little down. A little up and a little down on the toes. Maybe a little up and a little down on one heel up and one heel down at a time. Whatever works. Let's squeeze the butt cheeks wherever you are. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Get that sense that you could shake. And then just straighten that out, toes forward. Coming into a lateral stretch, inner thigh again, long stretch to the inside of the left leg. Doing mirror image, shoulders are back, arms are forward, or hands are at the heart. You do what works for you. Let's come back to center. Relief. Bending the other knee, arms out. Really getting that stretch right down the inner thigh. And then back to center. Nice. Feet directly beneath you. Arms coming up high. Inhale, bend the knees, pump, bend, and back up again. Push behind you what you don't want. Negative thoughts. Frustration. Let it go. Vigorous Vinyasa flow. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We're going to come to a balancing pose. Dancer. If you don't want to do dancer, do whatever you do want to do. So I'll give you the side view. My shoulders are stacked over my hips over my knees over my ankles. I'm grounding all my weight down through, this is not mirror image, this is through my left leg. I'm going to start by kicking my right heel into the butt cheek. I'm going to rotate my right shoulder behind, and grab the inside of the right foot. Keeping my right knee in alignment with my left knee. The more I kick my foot into my hand, the more I feel something pressing in between my shoulder blades. You can reach your left arm out. You can come up a little higher. Whatever you want, dancer. We're breathing. And then we're releasing. So, balance changes from day to day. Some days you're great, some days you're not so great. Normal, one side is more so than the other, balance worthy, normal. Okay, same thing on the other side. So this time it's my left leg. Start out by finding your balance, grounding all your weight down through your standing leg, and then kick the heel into the butt cheek. Rotate the shoulder back, grab onto the top of the foot. Kick that foot into your hand. Open up at the shoulders. Coming into as much of an expression of this pose as you like. Or not. There I go, balancing out. And then come out. Let's find balance between the two sides of us. The yin, the left side of you, and the yang, the right side of you. Mirror image here, taking your right hand to your belly. Left arm comes up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Other side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time. The right and the left, the sun and the moon, the going and the staying, the giving and the getting. Exhale down. Yes, relax your hands at your sides, come to your mountain, shoulders back and down, chin pulled back ever so slightly. Relax your pelvis a little bit. I have to take a little pelvic tilt here. I'll show you the side view. Okay, so I have a really kind of curve in my low back, and all I have to do, did you see that? Is a little pelvic tilt. You can hardly see it, but there it is, and that makes all the difference in the world to my low back. Standing in my mountain. Your body like a mountain, graceful. Good energy. Your mind like a clear blue sky, formless. When you're at the ocean, where does the ocean end and the sky begin? Formless. Your breath, formless. Your breath like the wind. So breathe into this sense that you're energetically balanced inside your body, inside your mind, inside your energetic heart. Feel the expansion, feel this bubble, this idea that you have a bubble around you of good energy that's just enhanced. It's bubbled up. I think that used to be a soda pop drink or something. Bubble up, maybe not. Let's inhale up. Let's bring the hands together, bend the elbows back. Let's sit down in our chair, toe heel together. Sit down in your chair, take your tailbone to the earth, sink your weight. Hands are behind you. Hands are behind you. Hands are in front of you. Decide however you want them to be. Let's plant our tail to the earth. Let's lift to the sun, pointing the fingers this time. Bringing the toes up, toes down, spinal flexion. Let's go back. Sink the weight through the heels. This time we're going to fold forward, straighten the legs. Crown to the earth, tail to the sun. Bend the knees, hands to heart. Inhale up, salute to the sun. One more time, hands together, elbows behind, elbows in a bind, hands in the front. Sink the weight. This time opening up into a twist, taking a bind, looking behind you. Notice the past lives there. You live in the present. Leave it alone. Coming back to center, switching your bind, looking behind you on the other side. That's where the past is. Leave it alone. And let's come back to center, both hands to the heart. Let's sit up a little bit in the chair. Let's squeeze the knees together. Let's squeeze the butt cheek. And inhale up. Salute to the sun. Shoulders down, arms out long. Step out into your compassion stretch. Compassion for yourself. I come in peace. That's my compassion. I come in peace and I leave in peace. I had a huge mindset shift. I'm going to write about this in my blog. I come in peace, I leave in peace. I'm assuming every person I meet is having the worst day of their life. Okay? So when people are not acting right because of all of the events in the world, in their lives, I'm just going to be a peacemaker. That's what I can do to feel better. Relax the arms down. Let's come down to the mat. Let's come down to our backs. So walk yourself up to the top of your mat. Create a cat stretch here. We're going to play around with our cat a little bit. We're going to do a little kind of Pilates yoga. Coming back and lifting up. Coming back, cat back, lifting up, cow almost. So do you see that? I'm coming back in my cat and I'm lifting up in my cow. Look up. So a couple more times, cat back, lift up into cow, cat back. Yep, you got it. It's all about the core. Woo! You're welcome. Okay. Let's bring the hands to the wrapped around the knees, drop the chin to the chest, coming into our seated Balasana, child's pose. Nobody knows what you're thinking? Nope. It's all on you. We had an entire yoga class without a single warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, or triangle. Doesn't often happen. Let's come down in our cat, come out into a tray with your arms, suck your belly button to your spine, and use your core to let you go down slowly as you bring your knees into your chest. So knees come into chest, release your low back, and let's cross. Here I won't be doing mirror image. I'm crossing my left knee over my right knee. You can bring your arms out into a T, like anchor points, and let both knees melt over to the right as you gaze to the left. If crossing one knee over the other doesn't work, you're not doing it. That's the end of that story. Armpits are open, arms are long. There's a huge expanse between your shoulders. Feel that twist at your belly. And let's inhale the legs back to center, unhook, and then hook the other way. So same thing, we're going to let both legs melt over to the left. Arms are out long. We're going to gaze to the right. We're going to get a nice, deep spinal twist. This is enlivening to the spine, energizing, so you wouldn't want to practice your spinal twisting at night when you're trying to go to bed. We're also getting a really good, especially good massage to the internal organs, bringing more blood flow, super good for that. And let's bring those legs back to center. Nice. We're going to come into a flowing bridge. So if you don't want to flow your bridge, get your block. You know how much I love the block. Okay? So feet are close to your cheeks as usual. The hips go high, pelvis neutral, and you just place that block right under your sacrum, and that's all you need to take a nice bridge pose. I'm going to rotate my shoulders back, so notice what's happening here. My shoulders are rotated back, my chest comes up, and I'm getting this nicer flow of blood to the heart. My heart is above my head in relation to the earth and sky, which is what makes this an inversion pose. So you can hold here for a long time if you want, or without the block, keeping the knees in alignment, and oh, look at me go again. Using the block, in between the knees, you can lift the hips up, squeeze the butt cheeks, and come onto your shoulders. And then lower the bridge. You could also interlace the fingers underneath the hips, get more of a chest expansion, and come down. So play around with your bridge a little bit. Inhaling up, come to the shoulders. Exhaling down. You're holding your bridge, or you're flowing with me. Inhale up. Squeeze, one more good squeeze. And come down. We'll release the block wherever we were. We're going to come to a crying baby. Cheeky shake the arms and the legs. Yes, crying baby. Let all that energy that you don't know, any excess, let it go. And then we can come to our happy baby. You know, I'm a grandmother. I have Bjorn, I have Lydia, and I have Jameson. Two of them are my guy, Lou's. One of them is mine. Jameson is mine. And, well, they're all mine, really. I'm called May, which is French for grandmother. Let's come to frog legs. Open up the hips one last time. Soles of the feet together. Bound to ankle, bound to ankle. Take 3 nice breaths here, appreciating what your body is doing for you, appreciating what your mind did for you, made you practice your yoga, right? Why do we resist the things that do so much good for us? Because that's how we are, right? We have a teenager in our brain sometimes. And let's just release those arms and legs out long, full body stretch, twinkle your fingers and toes. And then you can come to your final resting pose, Shavasana. So that's the pose that you'll take off camera today. Take all the time you wish in Shavasana. You've earned Shavasana. It's a great time to just let everything in your practice sink in. So this is 30 minutes of Vigorous Vinyasa Flow. My name is Karen Ostromsky. I am here to help you feel better, heart, mind, and body. You can do great things with your heart, mind, and body. Just keep showing up. My challenge to everyone for the summer, be a kid again. Do the things that make you feel free. Do the things that make you feel fun. Add bliss to your life. Get an ice cream cone and sit on a park bench just because you feel like it. Right? Eat ice cream for breakfast, right? Do whatever. Skip the cleaning and walk the dog. Do something that says, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. There's high stress in the world, and we want to meet that with high stress relief. Take your hands to your heart. Lock your thumbs to this acupressure point right here. Make some nice clockwise circles. Let me remind you, you are always enough. You always were, you always will be. You are equal to the moment. The moments are what changes. Your worth does not. One more big inhale. One more big exhale. I bow to you. Namaste. See you next week.